Welcome to the Tarp Report with Sam and Jess. Boom!
Ow!
Welcome to the Tarp Report with Sam and Jess.
Oh my God, it's just, I know, you feel far away.
Really
it's so weird. I miss Brittany.
Yeah, I know. It's 2 episodes in a row. But the last one was just because it would have been weird to leave her in the car after she had picked me up.
We had her on the podcast because we love her and she adds a lot of value.
I like doing it me and you.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fun.
Well, obviously.
Yeah, because I can talk more.
Right.
And then when you guys get going and you get that,
you get less attention.
That energy starts bouncing back and forth. This big ball of
awesomeness.
Fuck Sam. Oh,
yeah.
Okay. I thought you were going to say how much you hate me.
No.
But yeah. I am here. I did a bunch of local shows this weekend. It was good.
Heck
got
yeah.
a couple stories.
Okay.
Better than last ones.
Okay.
But I've heard that people like this, that we're doing this.
Yeah, of course they do that. I've heard people like whatever we do.
Yeah.
And just that, as long as we're doing something.
Okay, here we go. I'll just get
we're just jumping right into it.
That's what we've been told.
We are a true crime. We are a crime podcast.
Yeah.
All right.
In a heist to rival Ocean's 8, a New Zealand man stole human remains from a Body Worlds exhibit in Auckland last month.
Ooh, have you ever been to one of those?
I have.
Have you?
Yeah,
I really want to go, but I've never been.
Yeah, I have. It's pretty crazy. I don't think it's that. It doesn't really mess with me that much. It's just
because it's just bodies.
Yeah,
Sam.
I don't know.
It's just bodies without the skin.
Yeah, and I do good because a lot of times I don't think about a lot of stuff.
Skin.
Yeah, or bodies. And I'm just like, oh, that looks pretty cool. Yeah. And then you're like, oh, that used to be a person with thoughts and dreams and
I didn't think about that.
But I don't. Yeah. Anyway.
Okay.
Yeah, this is the best. The 28-year-old man from Upper Hutt pilfered. By the way, this is from Vice. This is 2 months ago.
Oh, I was gonna say when was
not
this?
That far.
Oh my golly!
Ago.
A recent.
I have 2 recent ones. You're welcome.
Yay!
Okay. The 28-year-old man, and this is Brittany's choice, and we're going to talk about this after the thing. I have an idea.
I'm super glad to hear that.
The 28-year-old man from Upper Hutt pilfered 2 toes from a preserved corpse.
Oh.
It's not clear how he attempted to get away with it. I assumed he just put them in his pocket.
He just chopped them off?
I think he just broke them off. I think they're crispy.
You think they're...
They're not it's not
I think
gooey.
They were gummy.
No, they're not gummy. They're hard. Because if they were gummy, that would mean there's moisture, and you don't want that. You want and they're probably got urethane on them or something too, like a clear coating.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so you think he just walked in?
Because you don't want them to have any
took a couple toes off.
You don't want them to have any wiggle room because they might start going again.
Oh, you think so? just like mannequin.
Yeah. You want to lock them in.
I bet all of them come back to life as soon as everyone leaves. As soon as the living people.
And I bet they're like, oh, Jesus.
I'm tired.
They're like, did you see that lady's hat?
I've been sitting in this tennis position for hours.
I just it's not clear how he attempted to get away with it. Well, he did, and he probably he broke off. Anyway,
he broke off a couple toes.
He probably just put them in his freaking pocket.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, how did he get caught?
He goes, this is what they say. It's not clear how he attempted to get away with it, but I assume it was by plucking them from one of the unprotected bodies. He just broke them off.
So these are in the exhibit.
Mm-hmm.
These aren't in the morgue.
No, he took toes from the exhibit. The body's exhibit. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
According to the New Zealand Herald, he's been charged with theft and improperly interfering with the dead body of an unknown person.
Ew.
Damn.
For what?
For breaking off toes off somebody.
I understand, but I'm saying, what did he want the toes for?
Oh, I don't know. I get it.
You just wanted to take a couple home?
Yeah,
you just take a couple toes with you.
Sometimes it's about the journey.
No.
It can be.
Not if it involves pulling off a couple toes.
I mean, they don't care they're dead.
Somebody cares.
Oh, yeah.
Somebody who's upset.
No, he got in a lot of
trouble.
trouble.
Okay, all right. How did he get caught?
We'll figure it out.
Sorry. Okay.
The digits each valued at 5,500 and 3,800.
Oh, it must have been a big toe and a little toe.
That's what I was thinking. Why is one worth more than the other?
Was it maybe like his left toe and his right toe?
Did they go by weight, or is it from two separate bodies?
Oh, one could have been from a small child.
Yeah.
Or
they might be worth, small child toes might be worth more because
probably more expensive.
Kids don't die as much as old people. You know what I mean? Is there's a lot more corpses of the elderly.
I hope so. Gosh, I hope.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, I know. I hope
this
so.
This isn't bad.
No, this is great news.
You look like I'm the asshole because I said there's not a lot of dead kids.
I know.
Good.
These are great things. We don't want more dead babies.
Yeah, thank you.
And then somebody's gonna come steal their little toes.
Yeah, that's why
$5,500, $5,500, $55,000.
5,500.
Shit, that feels cheap.
3,800. Well, you know what I wonder though too is like if you break the toe off, wouldn't it be like increase in value because now it's got a fun story?
I don't think so.
Okay.
It's just
that was just a thought.
A toe.
I
am dying to know what the plan was.
I don't know. It doesn't really go into it.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Brittany picked this one. But listen, let me go.
Okay, keep going.
The Body World's Vital exhibit celebrates the potential of the human body and the body in motion, according to websites. Here, visitors can see examples of conditions such as smokers' lungs and arthritis. Have you been to this thing? Oh my God, it's crazy.
No, I do want to see the smokers though. That would be interesting.
Oh, it's bad.
I bet.
Yeah, it's bad. But we already knew that shit because it kills people. That's the thing that's funny. It's like,
I love smoking.
Oh, they're smoking. It's bad for you. It's like, yeah, no shit. People die all the time.
I know, but like what doesn't kill us? Like I can't drink. I can't smoke. I can't tan. What the fuck can I do?
You tan all the time.
I know. I'm saying.
You tanned yesterday. You called me yesterday and said you were going
tanning bed. Like I'm in the tanning bed right now. Just so you know.
You're mad. You're like, I can't drink, I can't smoke, I can't tan.
I'm not supposed to because every time I'm in the tanning bed, I'm in there like you're dying, you're slowly killing yourself. Good job, good job, good job. But it feels amazing.
If you don't get like weird with it though, you're okay. And
I'm not turning into a tan mom.
Yeah. Ooh.
Yeah. Getting real crispy.
I have a type. I kind of like that.
Because it looks like bacon.
I love bacon. Bacon lady. Sign me up. Let me slide.
What the fuck did he steal these toes for? I am dying. Is there a toe market? I don't know. A black market for toes?
I don't know. I'm trying to think of a pun right now and nothing's coming to me.
Just can't imagine. If they're valuing it at $5,500, how much could you possibly get?
You know how he got caught?
Here it comes.
He probably towed somebody.
I can't think.
Yeah, I know. I'm just glad you're here.
Thank you. I don't know how puns work.
Yeah, I was just so nervous to touch you. Even though we hug sometimes, I was like, I don't want to touch Jess.
That's really rude.
Is it? It just felt weird because I was like, it was for a joke. I was like, see, I'm not weird about it.
Yeah, you did.
And also, you're so small.
You said you touched like a bone. I think that's why.
That's all there is.
Just a bag of bones. If you got to hit.
I like that that's your criticism. Like you touched the bone. I don't know where else to go. Okay.
Yeah, I know. I realize I have more fat above my butt than actually in my butt.
Times are tough all around.
It's rough.
Yeah.
I've gained weight, but not like at least like some people when they gain weight, they get it like in their boobs and in their butt.
Have you gained weight?
Yes, but mine just goes right into my stomach. Like I just look perpetually pregnant all the time. Yeah, I told you this. I've gone from a size 4. I'm a size fucking 10 now, that's 3 sizes.
Wait, size 4 to size 9. 10 is 3 sizes?
Well, usually because it goes like 4, 6, 8.
Why does it do
10. It's, I don't know. It's weird. Sometimes they throw in boy size. I don't know.
I didn't notice.
Anyway, thanks. I appreciate it. But I did 10 squats today. So I was like, whoa, we got a problem.
That's all. That's it.
I solved it.
Yeah, you're good. You can come to the gym with me if you want.
You didn't mean that.
No, I mean it.
You said you could go to the gym if you want.
You can.
I can. We could be in the same gym. We do have.
No, listen. If you get up early, so I usually go to the. Oh, never mind. You're not gonna go. I go at like 9. I could meet you at the Lacey one.
Oh yeah.
I don't like the Lacey one because I think the treadmills are harder there.
like it makes you work harder.
Yeah.
Or like they don't.
I feel like it's harder to do my workout.
Oh.
Well, I think
you should be going there.
No, I like the ones at the West Side one because they're easier.
Which one do you go to? Oh.
The West Side one.
Which one is?
It's by the mall and all that stuff.
Oh.
It's right by. It used to be Toys R Us, and then they cut it in half, and half of it's a Planet Fitness, and the other half is a Harbor Freight Tools.
Oh.
Which is hilarious because it's two things like kids just don't give a shit. They don't want to work out and they don't want cheap tools. So I love Harbor Freight. Harbor Freight's sick. Anyway.
Oh.
The cadavers on display have been preserved via plastination.
Oh, plastination.
Developed by the German anatomist. Ugh, God, that's a gross job.
Brittany.
Gunther von Hagens. And Anna just being really into anatomy, just being like, oh,
you don't think that's cool?
What's in your arm?
Oh,
I don't know. It depends on your attitude.
Obviously, you did not have a good one.
Well, yeah. If I was an autonomist, I would never want to have sex with an autonomist. You know,
because they would just be thinking about like,
yeah, you'd be like, oh. On the other side, if I kept going, I'd hit your pancreas. It's weird. Yeah. That was weird. I hated that. I hated that I said that. If I could go back in time, I'd do it.
If I could go back in time.
Through this process, a body's water and fat are replaced with a type of liquid plastic. See, this is what I was talking about. But
it's a liquid plastic, so because they've got to be able to.
It starts as a liquid plastic.
Move them.
No, it starts as a liquid plastic. No, they move them and then they inject the liquid plastic, and then the plastic gets hard. This is wild. This is one that I saw, and I will never forget this. Van Hagens even succeeded in creating a sex plastinate, or a display of two people having sex, two dead bodies, they were fucking. Yeah. Why? It's not right. It's just art. It's cool.
I don't want to see alive people fucking.
Oh.
Let alone dead ones.
All right. Whatever.
And then all of the innards.
I love seeing people fucking. I love seeing people fucking on the side of the street. I love that shit. It cracks me up. I'm like,
that's different.
Yeah, but I just like chaos world stuff. It's like, you know,
that's different.
Yeah, I've been at parties and just seen like people just start fucking, and I'm just like, I don't want to do it, but I think it's funny. You know, I think it's cool. I was at a show in Bremerton one time. Did I ever tell you this story? I did a show in Bremerton. No, there was these two couples. There was a love seat in the front, and I was doing comedy, and it was a Navy guy. He was in full Navy dress, and he had a gal, and she was in like a prom dress, and they had finished a ball, and they were coming, and to the comedy show. They were, and during my set, I watched him in his hand, and he was finger banging this gal during my set.
Did you call it out?
No, because I didn't want to, because I wasn't that great of a comedian then. I think I was only like 2 or 3 years in or something.
What are you doing?
And I didn't want to say anything, but then it got to a spot in my set, and I never acknowledged it to the crowd. But I was like, bro, you got to stop. And he was like, whoop, and he pulled it out. And then he was like, my bad. I'm like, gross. And it's also like, they were like kind of like laughing and just going along with it, but she was making faces like she was having like
some people are into
she was
that. Ew. Inappropriate.
Totally. Body Worlds is among several traveling human anatomy shows. One Body Worlds exhibit was seen in the James Bond movie Casino Royale. But it's perhaps better known for controversially using the corpses of executed Chinese prisoners. Jesus.
What?
Yeah. So they use
Still
some of the
don't know
bodies.
why this fucking dude stole these toes.
I know. You know what's funny is like the beginning of the story is like, the guy stole some toes. We don't know why.
I feel like we did that backwards.
Anyway, this is how it works. And then now it's like executed Chinese prisoners. The revelation resulted in the return of 7 bodies to China. They knew they were executed Chinese prisoners because there was bullet holes in 2 of the individuals' skulls, which is...
That's a dead giveaway.
That's a dead giveaway.
Literally.
Yeah.
I did it, Sam. I did a pun.
Yeah, you did good. According to its website, Body World states that all of its current cadavers were donated with consent. The man appeared today in Auckland District Court before a community magistrate to face his charges. He was remanded on bail and set to appear in the Wellington District Court later this year. So he's out on bail.
Do you think that it was literally just like, he's like, I'm going to steal these toes. And he was just like a dumb idiot. And he just thought it was like a funny thing to do. And like Robbie one time stole this, ceramic dog. Yeah. From someone's porch, and he was like, "Oh, this is just a funny thing to do," and then he got charged.
yeah, dude. Yeah,
but he was like, "Oh, fuck!" Like, oh wait, I don't know if I should say it.
Yeah,
his name or not.
That's what are you gonna do? But yeah, that shit happens. Yeah,
but like he was just like being silly.
He
stealing a couple toes.
I actually thought about this because I wrote that I'm working on that comic book with Pat, and I tell that story about. I tried to sleep with my friend Dan's wife one time when I was drunk.
Right.
And I had this realization that, like, it wasn't that I get drunk and I get all horny and I'm like, oh, I'm going to sleep with Dan's wife. I'm wasted. That's not what it is.
Poor Dan.
Yeah. What it is that when I'm drunk, I feel like I can get away with stuff.
Yeah.
And it's the same way with shit like this. So, like, there's this spectrum of, like, there's a thing that I would want. This is exciting. And I can get away with it. And it's like, those are all like spectrums. Well, and like, if it's high enough, like he did it because he thought he could get away with it. He did it because it looked like a fun thing to do. And then, but he was wrong. He didn't get away with it.
Yeah. I do want to know how, well, I guess they probably realized, oh my gosh, there's a couple toes missing. And then.
Maybe it made a noise.
It probably fell over.
Yeah, maybe the guy was like, "Hey, that's my toe."
Ow! But that's what I think. Then they checked the footage, and then they were like, "What the hell, Tom?"
The footage.
Like, yeah, you got to check the tape.
No, you get what you.
Oh, I did another pun. Oh my god!
But it still counts. Yeah. They checked the footage, and then they checked the footage.
Yeah, and I couldn't do that again if I tried.
I know. It was great. It was great. I was ready. This podcast is a lot better since I started listening to what you say.
That is really good. Mm-hmm. I wish you would talk to my husband. Tell him those things.
Which one?
Both. Okay. All of them. Anybody you see.
Josh, if you're listening to this.
He doesn't.
Jess has important things to say. When you're not protecting our country, listen to your wife.
Every once in a while.
Even though, never mind. Whatever.
What? What were we gonna say?
Nothing.
What were we gonna say, Sam?
I'll tell you off the air.
I know what you were gonna say.
Okay, you ready for story 2? This is what I picked.
She's a cheating whore.
Yeah, she is. Okay, let's get this going.
You can't have an open relationship. Okay, go ahead.
Well, what were you going to say? You can't have an open relationship? What do you mean?
No, I've been trying to make this joke for fucking 3 years about how, like, we don't have an open relationship because that would be like saying you have an open relationship with, like, your dentist. Like, just because he sees other people.
I don't get it.
Like, we don't have an open relationship because we don't have a relationship.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah.
It would be like saying I have an open relationship with my dentist.
Yeah, because you don't have a relationship. Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay, whatever.
Yeah, I don't think it's very funny, but
okay,
makes sense though. Back to the drawing board.
Son of a bitch! I said I've been working on it. Okay.
Yeah.
I've been working on it.
Keep working on it.
Try and help me. Someone help me with that joke. Having an open relationship is like having an open relationship with. What are they like?
My relationship with my husband isn't an open relationship because we're not in a relationship.
Right. That's what I said.
Yeah.
And then say,
okay. No, you did.
Anyway, we'll get there.
A woman was left. Oh, I think you're going to like this one too. Oh. This is one I picked. A woman was left crawling and on her hands and knees after a feisty owl attacked her without warning. Twice. There was
somebody has pissed off the owl.
This is from Newsweek.
You don't have to hide it from me. I can't see.
This is Newsweek, and this is from about a month ago. So,
oh my gosh!
Yeah, and this is a local story too, so you'll like it.
She pissed off the owl community.
Yeah. I mean,
did she steal a couple toes from those owls?
Kirsten Matheson from northern Kitsap County in Washington State has been the victim of 2 bird attacks in the space of a week.
Two different birds?
We'll get to that.
Okay.
The 30-year-old revealed the culprit was the same owl.
The same.
Which she recognized as she's seen it around her property in a wooded area before. I just imagine the second time you get back to this, you're like, that's the same one.
Yeah, like I know you. I know you. You're like, well, you see him coming. It's
Greg.
like,
Greg. Well, that's the scary part. We'll get to that.
That is scary.
Matheson told Newsweek she'd never had a problem with it previously.
Me and Steve, we've been on good terms. I let him live in my trees.
That's base level. All of our relationship with owls. Never had a problem.
Never. Like I thought we were good.
I don't know if good, but just neutral.
Yeah. Like I didn't think that there was beef. How would you
know? Yeah. Well, I guess
you find out.
There are clues. Matheson told News she'd never had a problem with it previously and had even taken photos of the creature.
Oh.
But last week, as she attempted to walk past the bird, it swooped out of a tree and left her with numerous gashes in her head.
Damn.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
They have I Googled talons,
this.
right?
I Googled this because there was another story that I was looking for, but I couldn't find it. And it's something I heard on a podcast a long time ago. And it was always fascinating to me. So, like, this dude got convicted of killing his wife. They said he hit her with something and she fell down the stairs. And there was no reason why he would have killed her. And it was always this confusing thing. And that what it turns out is it might have been like an owl attack.
Oh.
And like certain owl species will take down like small deer and things like that. Like they're fucking huge. And they think that this owl might have hit this lady and knocked her down the stairs because they thought that maybe he hit her with something or whatever. Right. But then he died. It never went to trial because he passed away too. They were both
because he was also murdered by an owl.
Yeah. He's like, I'm coming back for you. Matheson described the first time the owl struck, saying, "The first time I was walking down my driveway at dusk on a Saturday evening around 5:30 p.m. and it had just gotten dark enough to need a flashlight. Oh. Something big came out of nowhere from behind me and swooped at my head. I ducked and looked up to see a barred owl land low in a tree in front of me." So these are barred owls.
What's a barred owl?
B-A-R-R-E-D.
Like that sounds like a like.
Now this is where I think it's interesting because what I understand is that barred owls are non-native, like they're not from around here, and
well, no wonder he's pissed.
yeah. She said I'd seen the owl around the property before, and had even taken pictures of it previously and never had a problem with it. I've definitely never experienced anything like this with an owl.
Well, owls believe that if you take their photograph, it'll steal their soul.
Is that what it is? Yeah. I just see I just like this idea of like how our status with owls changes depending on whether or not they're attacking us.
I feel like my status on anything
depends
on whether or not it's attacking me.
They're like, I used to not even care about owls, and now I'm scared of owls.
I'm terrified. Have you ever seen when they pull their have you ever seen their legs? They have little like chicken legs.
Yeah, they have talent. Yeah, they're dangerous. Yeah. There are more than a dozen species of owl living in Washington, including the barred owl.
Okay.
The Washington Department of Fish and Wildlife described the barred species as having hooked bills and needle-sharp talons. Adding their feathers allow them to silently swoop down on prey. Have you ever been around owls before?
No, I don't do a lot of owl work.
Oh, my God.
Are you around a lot of owls?
I have been around owls. I have seen owls at night. I have had them swoop very close to me. I think it was a warning.
Oh.
It is spooky as shit.
Yeah, I imagine.
When I say like silently, all you can hear is the air moving around them. They have to be very close to you for you to hear them.
Yeah.
And also like the hooting. Have you heard him hoot before?
I've heard a hoot.
Yeah. Hoot. Not like that. What kind of hell is that?
Hoot. That's a barred owl.
They're gonna fucking attack you.
They're gonna be pissed.
But yeah, they are.
Yeah.
They're spooky. I love it.
That's frightening.
Yeah. The owl went for Matheson again as she tried to walk past the tree. It was perched in.
So hold on, two separate events.
Yes.
Two separate days, or was it like he was in one tree, got pissed, and then went?
This was a whole nother day.
Oh man, you got to catch that owl.
It made contact with my head and gave me 4 small cuts. There was a lot of screaming on my part, and I essentially crawled away on my hands and knees.
I had a cat attack me the other day.
Really? Which cat?
That one that was on the roof. I told you.
How did it attack you? What did it do?
Well, I took a picture of it because it was in the window, and then I turned around to send the picture to Joshua, and he like jumped on me and like scratched me down my side and jumped.
Was it just trying to like jump?
He was just trying to get out of the window. Oh. But like I wasn't paying attention, and I fell to the ground. It looked like
that sucks. You know,
like I died.
Cat scratches, like they get infected.
Dude, look, it's like gross?
Oh yeah, see, yeah. See,
it's a really awesome scar.
Yeah, that's terrible.
I'm tough.
She rushed home, and her boyfriend disinfected the cuts with alcohol.
Smart.
As she added, she was left with little holes in my scalp.
She didn't go to the doctor.
No, I don't think
you
so.
Get rabies.
No, not from owls.
Sure, you can.
Birds don't get rabies. It's mammals. Rabies is mammals.
What about bats?
Bats are fucking mammals, Jess. Jesus Christ. What's it like? Just living in this world where you're like,
I have country road.
That's what.
Take me home.
That's like the. You know what? Actually,
sometimes people don't know stuff, Sam.
I know. I get it. Yeah, bats are birds.
Thought it was bird.
I think it's okay for you to think that. It doesn't really hurt anything.
That what doesn't.
Like nobody's job depends on whether you know whether or not bats are mammals.
I'm not teaching anybody anything. Yeah, fuck it. My kids are grown.
You think whales are fish?
I thought they were.
When did you find out whales weren't fish?
The other day when you yelled at me about it.
Oh my God. I need more science stories.
That's messed up.
Okay, while they weren't deep, she said it was a bit like being punched in the back of the head.
I bet.
I called the doctor Monday morning, and they had me come in that day for a tetanus shot. And
because you don't want to get rabies.
It's not. You don't get tetanus shots for rabies.
What do you get tetanus shots for?
For tetanus. You can't be serious.
I thought you got tetanus for like.
Oh my God.
Wait, I thought it was for tetanus.
You should be able to figure this out just from like context clues.
I thought that tetanus was like I thought it was like an antibiotic. I'm not going to talk anymore. Fuck off. Like I thought it was like a thing.
No,
I thought that like
you
step on a nail and then you have to go get a tetanus shot.
Listening to you talk is like driving past a car.
I stepped on a nail and then I had to go get a tetanus shot.
Yeah, so you didn't get infected with tetanus.
What is tetanus?
Tetanus is an infection.
Exactly. So they give you
a tetanus shot.
They give you the infection.
No,
you're just you're not even making sense anymore.
Oh my God, you're trying to turn it back on me. They gave her for a tetanus shot and to make sure the cuts didn't appear infected, as owls carry a lot of bacteria on their claws. After the attack, she began to avoid that section of her driveway.
I would too.
Yeah, which is around 1/4 of a mile long, and took extra precautions. This is my favorite part, including wearing a hat.
I would wear a giant hat.
You know what I would wear? I'd wear a hat with a picture of a bigger owl on it.
I feel like that would just piss him off.
Yeah, maybe.
I think like he'd be like, "You're taunting me?
Do
you think I'm an idiot?"
Yeah, I would. You know what? I wouldn't wear a hat of a delicious looking mouse.
No, or if throw it
a vole.
Like you could throw the hat.
That'd be smart.
And then run the other direction.
That'd be smart. It'd be like the tail that falls off the lizards when they get attacked. You know about that?
Yeah. One time I woke up with a lizard sleeping next to me. And then I was like, "What the fuck?" And then it threw its tail at me.
Oh my God, I have to. Oh, I already told you that.
Carolina.
I called you and told you that story already of what happened to me with that bug. That was awful.
Yeah, you told me.
I'll tell everybody after this.
It's gross.
But the owl struck again, as Matthew said.
Oh my God.
Exactly a week later, I was outside and much closer to my house, so I wasn't as worried about the owl. When once again, it came out of nowhere and hit me in the back of the head.
Damn. You would think, what is she doing? What is she doing? What is she doing that's pissing off this owl, I wonder?
I think it's the owl, and I think it's a territorial thing. They talk about it here. They're totally silent when they fly, so there was no warning. It was the same white-barred owl. It made more contact that time and gave me 5 or 6 cuts that were a bit deeper. One behind my ear bled quite a lot.
Ooh, ouch.
Yeah.
Ooh,
I rushed back,
ripped off.
and you can find the link to this. I rushed back inside and decided to take a few pictures while my boyfriend, I saw the pictures, did first aid. My scalp was very sore in the days since. They definitely pack a punch! Exclamation point.
Wow.
Yeah. The aftermath of the attacks has seen Madison take to carrying an umbrella every time she's outside at night.
There you go, girl. Now you're thinking.
Yeah. I'm pretty confident this owl gave me a lifelong fear of birds.
I don't disagree. Can you imagine?
It's terrible. I'm not going to lie. Like, I hate this. There was a red-winged blackbird that used to attack me when I walked past this place. Like, I was hanging out in the woods, like the Scotch Broom.
Yeah.
Like a little swampy area. And this blackbird would attack me, and it would it would dive and shit, and it was terrible.
Damn. I never pissed off a bird.
This is interesting. Tom Stewart from the British Trust for Ornithology confirmed the culprit is a barred owl.
Yeah, we know that.
He told Newsweek, barred owls are highly territorial and will defend their nest sites and young from perceived threats. Although the woman may not have been aware of it, she was probably close to this owl's nest, and it reacted to her as if it were a predator.
That makes sense.
The owl will probably have been defending the same territory the second time it attacked. If you're aware that a barred owl or similarly territorial species is nesting close by, it's best to give them a wide berth. Barred owl youngs leave the nest.
What are you supposed to do? You got to move?
10 weeks. I don't know. Just like walk around it. After which the adults will become much more less defensive. So it's protecting its young. It's just a good mom or a good dad. I know I hear a cat meowing.
I do too.
Yeah. Matheson said she called the Wildlife Washington Department of Fish and Wildlife, who told her owls. This is the thing that I love this. Matheson said she called the Washington Department of Fish and Wildlife, who told her owls are federally protected, and she says she also got in touch with the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service. I also called a local wildlife rehab, and they said the owl may have a fledgling it's protecting and will hopefully move on, stop being so aggressive in the next few weeks, Matheson said. The Washington Department of Fish and Wildlife also states chicks are the likely cause of attacks on humans. Advise people to stay away from nesting areas until the chicks are flying. It's suggested if you walk past a nest, wave your arms slowly overhead to keep the birds at a distance. Other protective actions, including wearing a hat or a helmet or carrying an umbrella.
I feel like waving your hand. It'd be like, over here, owl.
They say it helps. So.
Well, that is terrifying.
I know. One more thing for you to worry about.
Yeah, luckily, not a lot of owls over here.
No, there's a lot of owls around here.
Not in my house. We got bats.
Around here. Yeah, you guys got.
We got mammals.
For sure. Yeah, you guys got bats for sure.
We got all kinds of mammals. See what I learned?
Watching people are in your yard. I think it's your kids. It's confusing to me.
It's Abigail and Joshua.
Oh, nice, cool.
And Joshua.
Yeah. I called you and told you this story, and I'll tell everybody else. And it's a terrible thing that happened to me.
It was really, it's really bad.
I grabbed this weird coffee cup container thing, and I was going to put water on it that I could drink while I was getting ready for bed. I put it next to my bed, and I half dozed off, woke up, throat was dry. Before I put on my CPAP, I was like, I'll have a drink of water.
Have a little sippy sip.
And I turned my head backwards, and I opened the top, and it was kind of nice because I could kind of like dump it in my mouth while I was laying on my back. And something hard fell into my mouth. I immediately spit it out. I looked over and it was a stink bug.
Oh, delicious.
And we have a lot of stink bugs around this area. More and more every year, it seems like. I think it might be some climate change stuff going on where the migration has changed and they try to get in the house this time of year. And I don't know why they were like nesting, because this is so I spit out. But before I spit it out, it did like a little stinky squirt in my mouth.
That's the part that
and it tasted so bad. And you know what's crazy? You know what I did? Is I got my pillowcase and I was like vigorously like wiping off my tongue with the pillowcase. And then I could still smell it on the pillowcase after. That fucking smell. It's so bad.
Ew.
And just terrible. It was a terrible thing that happened to me. Yeah, terrible thing.
I'm really sorry that happened. That's fucking tragic.
And then I went to I was like, I'm just going to throw this thing away. But I took off the lid and I looked and it was just full of stink bugs. There was like 7 or 8 in there.
So
and I'm just
gross.
like, oh my God. And the water that I drank was just like stink bug water. Like,
God.
It was like a Keurig, like a K-cup, but just full of stink. Yeah. And I told Brittany, and it's funny because I didn't gag or anything like that. I have a really strong stomach because I am me and I have to look at me and smell me and be me. And so obviously I have a strong stomach.
You have to.
And but I told Brittany and she almost vomited. So.
Yeah, that's gross. Yeah, you told me.
Now I'm getting sick thinking about it.
It's really wild. I think the part where it did a stinky in your mouth is
the
worst part.
Yeah, I tried to get it out of there quick because I thought at first it was like a piece of the cup, like maybe it broke in the dishwasher.
Yeah,
it was like a piece of plastic from like inside
something.
But it wasn't.
It was a bug.
It was a bug.
Oh, that's nasty.
The other thing I wanted to tell you is, you know how Brittany picked this?
Yes.
So what's going to start happening is Brittany is going to pick stories for us.
Okay.
And neither of us will have ever seen them before.
Ooh, I love that.
Yeah, it's going to be fun. So we'll both be surprised, and it'll be
fantastic.
Like we're being attacked, and we can yell at Brittany, which I want to do. Which I want to do anyway. So
right.
I think we got it pretty down.
Naturally.
The voice.
I think we already talked about this.
We did talk about you moving on.
We didn't?
Mm-mm. Our last one was on Sunday last week. It was 1 week ago today.
Yeah.
We didn't talk about it.
Well, I'm moving on.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Just so people know, if you didn't hear
it.
The Voice is a comedy competition. Jess has been working on her competition set, which is awesome. Competition sets, so like when you're asked to do, how long are the spots?
This one was 6 minutes. The next one is 7.
6 minutes. To do your best 6 minutes can be trickier than you think. You'd think that doing 6 minutes would be easier than doing 10 minutes. But it's not. It's tricky.
It is tricky. 6 is weird.
Especially for a competition, because, an open mic, generally you're going to have anywhere from 3 to 6 minutes or whatever.
Yeah.
And at an open mic, you're trying out new stuff and everybody else is, but this is where you want them just to see your best stuff.
And all of it. Yeah. Not even just your best, but what I found is just the jokes. Like none of the meat or like the stuff that makes like Lisa and I, Lisa Remmert and I have been working a lot. Like,
oh, nice. I love Lisa. Lisa's
do too.
Great.
She's so stinking funny. Yeah. But like what we were like sending each other our sets and like what it, for like a comp set, it's basically like all of those things that like make you unique and like you kind of are like stripped away and you're like, okay, get rid of that because it's all unnecessary. You just need joke,
setup,
joke,
punchline,
yep.
Tagline. That's it. Yeah.
And,
but you can still have style. You can still have those moments like, and your transitions can shine, because that's another thing is like 3 minutes is actually way different than 6 minutes because like a 6 minute set, like you're going to have to like move to a new premise. Like you can't just keep working the same thing. Yeah. And also you want to do that because you want people to see
what you
can do. Well, congratulations. I'm really
excited. I'm going the next one is head to head. It's 7 minutes.
Who are you going against?
I'm going against Anthony Schumann.
Schumann. Oh, he's pretty strong. Mm-hmm. It's going to be hard.
So yeah.
Shout out Anthony. He's a good guy, veteran. He was
just on Kill Tony.
Really, I didn't know that. That's crazy.
Literally, he was just on like that last episode that before or after he Tony did it.
Did you just try to get in the bucket? Is that how it works?
Yeah, he did a bucket spot.
Oh my God.
Yeah. And so, but yeah, and so 7 minutes. I'm excited. We'll see head to head. I don't know. I'm excited.
Yeah.
I'm just happy I made it this far. So
yeah,
we'll see. We'll see. I'll just keep tightening it up.
So he was on Kill Tony after the controversy.
Yeah. It was like literally like the next episode that came out, and he was
now,
like, "Well, this is unfortunate."
Did they record the episode?
It was before.
Mm-hmm.
I think so.
So have they recorded an episode since?
I have no idea.
Yeah, I don't know either.
I want to say they did, but I don't know. I'm making it up.
It's funny, just so people know, before the podcast, me and Jess talked if we were going to talk about Tony Hinchcliffe and like Trump and all that stuff.
Edgelorden.
I know, and I just want to say that like my take is like I'm just completely neutral to Tony Hinchcliffe. I don't really care. It's like insult comedy isn't really that. I mean, it can be fun, but like it's really just not that interesting to me. I'm kind of tired of it, but like I don't have anything against the dude.
Yeah.
But like, whoever decided to have him perform at a fucking Trump rally, and I think him making that decision to perform at a Trump rally, no matter what he believes in or whatever.
Right.
Yeah.
I think that was wild.
Was a weird mistake. But honestly, like, I don't really like. It's neither here nor there. Because you know what's crazy about that? I just think
it's funny. To me, it's just another example of like what we talk about. Like it's like, words. Like you can say whatever the fuck you want.
Yeah.
You can absolutely say whatever you want. But like there are going to be like repercussions, whether you like it or not, good, bad, or ugly. And like some of them have been good. Like people are latching onto it. Some people, you know.
People want to say like, anytime anybody's like, I didn't like that. I don't think you should have done that. And then they're like, oh, they're trying to like cancel me. I'm like, no. That's just like criticism. Yeah. You'll be okay. And the other thing, another thing that I want to point out though, is that at this Trump rally, is everybody's like, oh, Tony Hinchcliffe did this racist joke. There's a lot of people that said a lot of racist shit at that Trump rally. You know, and we've gotten so used to it now. And, you know, I have a lot of fans that support Trump, and I love them just the same. I have people that are very close to me that support Donald Trump, and I don't think they're bad people. But I cannot stand that dude, and I wish he would just go away. And it is what it is. So
I just look at it like on how it applies to like my life, like the people that I see, like who do that every Tuesday, every Monday, like who go on stage and just say the most fucking ridiculous, racist, like the stuff that Tony, like that's called Monday night. Like
it's just open mics,
right? Yeah. Like that's just the shit that these fucking guys say.
They really think that that's the path, and I got to say, like, I'm with you. It's bad. It makes people uncomfortable. I think it stops. I think there's a lot of voices that would have a place in comedy that are being like taken up by blowhards blowharding. And you know, I said something about it on Facebook this morning about people. Like, I get people that are like, I think Tony Hinchcliffe is a great comedian. And I get people being like, I think that was a stupid thing to do.
Yeah.
But what I don't get is people like, nobody cares what you think about Tony Hinchcliffe. Like, your opinion doesn't matter. Right. It's like, yeah, like, I get that like, it's probably not going to matter to a lot of people, but it's okay to say that you didn't like what Tony did. Mm-hmm. I thought those jokes were racist as shit. Like, you know what's crazy is everybody focused on the Puerto Rico thing, that like watermelon joke. Mm-hmm. And it's the thing of like, if you're on Kill Tony and you know what you're doing and you're a black comic and he's a Jewish comic, and there's like, you know what I mean? Like, there's that world that exists where like insult comedy, and they're going to go after each other for like racial stuff, but it's like agreed upon. But you're not at Kill Tony. That's a fucking Trump rally at Madison Square Garden. Right. Like you're opening these for people, like Tucker Carlson and shit. It's like, shut up, you know?
These people are legit. Like they actually believe these things.
Oh my God. It's so wild. Well, it's funny because people didn't obviously, like the other thing too is like he bombed. Like people hated it there. It's so funny. And he was like pandering, which was weird. It's so funny to watch him try to win people over. It's like, oh God. Can you imagine how that
of you, Tony. Unbecoming.
Yeah, as somebody who I'm not like I said, I'm neutral to Tony Hinchcliffe and that whole thing. But like, oh my God, like to bomb like in front of that many people, like if you just would have went up and told like just regular ass jokes, you would have done fine. Dude, arenas. Here's a funny thing about comedy. I performed for 6 people in Gulfport, Mississippi. That is way harder than a theater show.
Yeah, fucking
way harder than a theater show. And arena shows are easier than theater shows. It is very hard to get to a place in your career where you're doing arenas. However, those are easier.
Yeah.
So, whatever. Good job, Tony.
Good job, Tony.
I hope you crash your car or whatever. Who cares? I wanted to talk about this. Rachel Afjay smells.
Oh shit!
Do you want to hear some shit? You know what she did, and I don't care, and people are going to hear about.
Wow, this is a beef that has been a long standing.
So we did a show in Roslyn, which is where they filmed Northern Exposure, which you don't know about, of course. And anyway, Roslyn, Washington, up in the mountains, and there's like this little nook where we're both selling merch, right? And I get to my table there. And right when I pull in, I heard her. She's like, oh, I'm kind of gassy.
Oh no!
Rachel farted in this like little nook where I had to stand and sell T-shirts, and it smelled really bad. Wow. And every single person that went by thought it was me.
Well, of course they did, because it probably was you.
It wasn't me. It was Rachel, and she admitted it.
I have a really hard time believing that Rachel would just bust ass.
She did. It was crazy. She said it was because there was nutritional yeast on the popcorn. You don't know what nutritional yeast is. It's really good.
It sounds disgusting.
It's natural MSG.
Sounds
it's really
like
good.
You shouldn't have it. No wonder she's gassy.
Yeah. So shout out
she's
Rachel
an antibiotic.
Yeah.
I heard she also did 9/11.
Yeah.
So.
That part too. I forgot. We should bring that up. That's for all the old heads.
Yeah.
That's
a throwback, baby.
Yeah. Another thing, I talked about how I got my merch stolen. Incorrect. I left my merch outside of my car in Twin Falls, Idaho.
Whoopsie.
A strange man who owns a jewelry store across the street grabbed it, brought it into his store, held it for a couple weeks before deciding to let anybody know that he had it, which was weird. And the way he let people know that he had it is he got one of my shirts, put it on a display with a white sign that says, "You lost it, we found it."
Oh my gosh.
In the store. I'm just glad I got it back. And then it's cool, man. A guy, let me look up I forgot his name for a second. I actually talked to him last night for like almost an hour. He was a nice fella. James is a truck driver from Boise. Yeah. James is bringing my merch to Castle Rock tomorrow.
That's so crazy
thing. So I'll get it back, which is nice because like I've already put in the work to kind of replace it, and now I'll get to like keep it replaced. So
yay,
it's nice. I can't read that. What does that say?
It's supposed to say New Orleans.
Are you going to New Orleans?
I'm going to go to New Orleans.
What are you doing in New Orleans?
There's a festival.
What festival? A comedy festival?
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
It's the first one.
That's great.
It's called the Big Gator Festival.
Oh, nice. So, are you going as a comedian or a booker or both?
Comedian.
Oh, nice. Okay, cool. But you can get a look at some people too, which is nice.
Yeah. But I'm really excited.
Hell yeah, that rules.
It'll be fun to
There's some people I want to throw your way, by the way.
Okay.
This Delicia.
I think
from Florida. Yeah, she's great. She did great. That's awesome. That's going to be fun. When are you going?
December.
Man, I wish I could go.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
There's a lot of people.
I tried to work it out. I can't talk about this, but there was a thing I tried to get you on, but the guy would be so mad if I said anything about it.
Damn it.
So, I know, it's great.
Well, fuck that show anyway if I'm not on it.
You didn't get it.
I don't care.
I already talked about Pool Chalkhead. He's up to his old tricks.
Yeah, that little son of a bitch.
Back to this Kill Tony stuff, man. Like fucking people. Just people complaining. Like, it doesn't really affect me. In fact, honestly, it helps me because if comedians stay not getting better, it's good for me because I get more shows. So I did talk a lot of shit online.
I really need to go see what you said.
I read most of it to you.
Oh.
I said basically I was, and I didn't, I'm vague booking. Nobody knows who Pool Chalkhead is.
Right.
People are trying to figure it out, I'm sure. But yeah, it's like this group of comics, and they're, it's funny because I did go to a one open mic, and I saw a couple of them in person.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and they didn't say shit.
Of course. Surprise.
Yeah, which is whatever.
Yeah.
So, just know, man, like I said, like what I said online is that I'm not telling you guys that you should quit doing comedy. I'm telling you that you should start.
Zing.
Oh.
Hi-yo.
You know what you should do? You should write jokes.
Let's do jokes.
You should write jokes. I always recommend jokes.
And not about your balls.
Not about your balls. Oh, that's
For
funny.
once.
It's funny that you said
that.
Oh,
God. Here we go. Here we go.
All right, here we go. Jokes, man. Let's go.
Jokes. Joke number 1. Shh.
Yeah,
Jeez,
Josh,
Joshua.
we're recording a podcast.
Hello.
This is professional.
God. Joke number 1. How can cheese that claims to be aged for 3 years have an expiration date in 2 months? I'm eating it. Get off my case.
That happened. It pissed me off. There was like this, I got this fancy cheese and it was like aged 3 years. And then the expiration date was in like 2 months.
You're like,
I was like,
what?
It'll be fine.
You got three more years in this thing.
But I think it's in like a controlled environment.
Yeah, probably.
I'm an idiot.
A controlled environment.
You're not going to like this one.
Okay, joke number 2. As I've lost weight, I've gradually been able to see my...
Just do the joke. Okay. It's not that bad. It's a human body.
Joke number 2. As I've lost weight, I've gradually been able to see my dick. It's like a really slow sunrise.
It's not that bad. Not that good either.
A small sun. Joke number 3. You've got delicious snacks. Who's this? IQ, your pants is way better than... What?
Wait, what'd this say?
IQ.
Wait, this is me. Oh, sorry. This is doing voice recognition. Because I was over there eating your snacks and I was talking to Abby.
Oh my God.
Sorry. I do these all with voice recognition because I hate typing because I have hands. Okay, try it again. Joke number 3.
I have hands. Okay. Joke number 3. Oh my gosh, it doesn't have anything to do with snacks.
No, it doesn't. It was total.
Peeing your pants is way better than pooping your pants. If you don't believe me, ask my pants.
They're very happy.
Yeah, without pooping them.
That's a pretty good one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Joke number 4.
This one was weird, and I don't know if there's anything here.
I get really religious, especially if you're super hot.
No, I said I get being really religious. You didn't read it right.
I get being really religious, especially if you're super hot.
You know what I mean? Like people that are religious, they're like...
Are they super hot?
No, like if you're super hot, yeah, of course you're religious because like God made you hot.
Because he blessed you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Like an atheist.
I get being religious, especially if you're super hot. Okie dokie.
Yeah. Like if there's something like wrong with you.
You're like, all right, probably.
Yeah. Then you can't be like,
like, really? You're praying to that God?
The same one who made you look like that?
That's unfortunate.
By the way, I think everybody's beautiful.
Yeah, right.
I do. Except for skinny gals.
Oh my golly.
That's it.
We've done it again.
You've done it. We've done it. This was really fun. And
Zach says we need to get one in the bank too, so that we're not.
Yeah, we should. We could do 2 next week. I got a bunch of local stuff next week. Let's do 2 next week. We'll be good. Cool. That's it. Anyway, bye.